What really interests me... Oh. What's really interesting... Oh, that's not a good place for that, is it? Really interests me about it is redstone. Redstone is this resource that you get when you go deep underground. A lot deeper than what I am here. And you get a pickaxe and you mine these blocks. And it looks like this when you hold it in your hand. But what does this actually have to do with programming? Well, let's take a look at some programming and I'll explain it to you. Code like this may look very familiar to you. We here are creating a variable and we're assigning the result of a function, which you can assume is a boolean. So true or false. We can use that in a conditional, and if it's true, do some other functionality. That's pretty standard, right? You probably also know that you can combine these, so we can check for a condition to be true, and if we're debugging, we can log to the console. And if what we want is actually the inverse of one of these, we can use an exclamation mark. We call that not. We're notting the variable. We're inverting it. Sweet. So actually that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pretty good so far. I'm quite happy with it so far. Are you? Let me know in chat. Super shoal mode. Woo, what does this have to do with programming? Bing. Whee, and now all of these look like Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan? Now, I'll get like a super open area. Super Saiyan open area. And do I actually need talk time through this? Because I'm creating a lot of talk time. The time that I spend walking between stuff is going to be where I do this talk. So explain this and explain this and explain this. Now this is all pretty standard stuff if you've been doing JavaScript for any amount of time. But actually, Minecraft provides a way for us to do these structures in the game using redstone. Back to game mode 0. If that's even the correct mode. Nope. 1. That's it. Okay. So black wool is, I think, what I want to use for these bits. So and I want a lamp for this, and I want a lever for this, and I want some redstone. Leave that in there. Now the idea is to try and make this attenuate before it gets to the lamp, so that I have a reason to explain repeaters. Rats doesn't attenuate. Decoration. Okay, I want to put a chest down so that I can have some repeaters in it. Where can I put that? Okay, and for this we need a repeater. Do that, and we'll say okay. So Minecraft provides switches, and switches, when you flick them on, give a signal. This is what redstone looks like when it's placed down on the floor. You can think of it like a conductive trace. And so when we switch the switch on, the signal travels along it. That's kind of like a current in an electrical circuit. It's kind of like the flow of truth through a program. It's kind of abstract, but I'll explain it as we go along. But notice it gets dimmer as it goes along, and that's because, as with electronics, the signals in Minecraft attenuate after a certain length. It's not this drastic for electronics, for instance, but you'll know this from having to install network repeaters over long cabled networks. Signal attenuates, and it's no different in Minecraft. It goes about 14 blocks in Minecraft and then it attenuates. And to get around that, we can use a redstone repeater. They look like this. Repeater repeats the signal. But further than that, you can also use a repeater to create a delay. So let's add a few here, and then you can see what I mean. You right-click them to add that delay. When we switch this on, you'll see there's a slight delay there between switching on and switching off. Makes repeaters really useful in electronic circuits. In circuits. I should just actually say circuits. Let's get rid of some of this junk. There's junk in there. Okay, we have lots of repeaters in there, that's good. Okay, we need to walk a little bit as well. I don't want a monster. No, come on. Stone brick and stone brick stairs. We need to walk a little bit. So there are also other interesting things called redstone torches. So let's get the black wool back. And let's get the redstone torch out, and it's actually cool that we can hide it behind this block, because then people can't see it as they get to the circuitry. All they can see is, hey, there's a lamp down there. There are also other interesting things called redstone torches. And these are like switches, except they're always on. Another interesting property of them is that one redstone torch, or any redstone signal, oh, okay, yeah. Let's express it like that. Let's express it like that. When you feed a signal into, it doesn't work. The next place to talk about. It's actually through there. I'm getting tired, so I'm actually talking less on stream. Sorry about that. What do we show here? We show how to create. We show how to create something. Okay. Redstone. Wool.